Hey Carol, got new slides for you. Let's take a look at what I've done and see how you like them. So here's what we started with, and the problem with a slide like this is that it's just overwhelming for the audience. It's too much information at once. It's not prioritized enough for them to know what's important for them to see first, and it's just too much to look at. And it's giving all your information at once. So how can we present this in a way that's more appealing to the eye and yet put you in control of the flow of things so they don't get ahead, so they know exactly where they are in the whole presentation? Let's start with just a simple statement of the theme, the 7 levels of consciousness. We present it in a plain, very simple way right in the middle of the screen here, but then we're going to bring in the levels one at a time. So here comes the first one, and this is just all happens with a single click. The piece comes in, and the pop-up window with the details pertaining to that point will show up. And you can talk about point number one here as long as you need to, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever you want to spend on it. They can't get ahead of you. They can't go to point number 5 or all the way to point number 7 and lose focus while you're talking about the first point still. So only when you're ready to move on, another click, and again, it's just a single click, advances to a new slide. But all this happens automatically. And everything is color coded so that as you go through the steps, there's no question about which one of these it's pertaining to. But it has such a nice, clean, professional, upscale look to it. It's automated looking. It looks like um, a very professional style of slide, and I think that will do well for you. So number 6, the notes go back on the right-hand side, and then the final piece. And if you like, I can have the little pop-up window and arrow fade out on this one and just leave the wheel with the 7 different levels on it if you want. That would be easy to add. So the next set of slides has to do with your title, theme, and topic for igniting your culture. So I know you liked this idea when I showed it to you before, so I've made it more uniquely yours, and I've done some tweaking to it. Some of the things I particularly like, the first eye, you'll notice, I hope you can see this on your screen. The eye is lighter at the top where the flame of the candle is than it is at the bottom, just like it would be on a real candle, which is a nice little touch. And then the letters in your culture, each letter is actually a different color as it fades from the ivory color on the left all the way to the orange color on the right. So it makes it look really, really tied together, really professional, really well designed and thought out. And then when you're ready to go, this can be your opening title. When you're ready to start exploring the 6 points in detail, you click once and everything but the I fades out and the inquire fades in. And you can leave this full screen if you like. If you want to add some supporting graphics for this point, another click will shrink it down into the corner here, and you have room to add the supporting elements that you want to for that point. So whenever you're done talking about inquire, we bring back the full logo. And then now we're going to focus on the G. The rest of the word pops up. You can shrink the word into the corner, and so on as we work our way through the other slides. And of course, if you don't have other graphics that you want to use on a particular point, you can just leave the word big like this. It's very striking and impressive and makes your point in a big way. But if you have other things you want to add, I know you had some charts and things you wanted to put in there, you could do it in this way. Just put it to the side. And then finally we come to the E, and we're going to keep the animation, the sparks, even when we move it and even when we shrink it down, they're still going to be a part of the thing. So it unifies the whole presentation. So I hope you like what I've done. Let me know and we'll proceed from there and see what comes next. Thanks, Carol.